Everyone. Welcome to the final installment of your introduction to Canvas. If you made it this far, you're a Canvas All-Star. Congratulations. Now we can really start to get beyond the basics of Canvas and start fully utilizing the full potential of this LMS. And the way that we're going to do that is by looking at one of the most difficult tasks that we all have as educators, and that is differentiation of instruction. We all understand and acknowledge the multiple levels and intelligences of our students, but attempting to provide information and learning experiences that allow those students to learn in the environment that best suits them, we know can be very difficult when you might have numerous different 504s, IEPs, non-classified students, high achieving students. How can we deliver effective lessons for all of those students to ensure that each one of our students achieves our learning goals as a whole? And Canvas might have the answer for us, and that is with a new feature called Mastery Pathways. Mastery Pathways is a feature that allows you to deliver content to specific learners. How it does this is based on a diagnostic pre-assessment. It allows certain targeted activities or assignments to be given to specific students based on a score, meaning they take a pre-assessment, and based on the results of that pre-assessment, they are automatically enrolled in a pathway that will help them further their knowledge wherever they are on that path. For example, we're here in our introduction to Canvas class, and I'm going to show you a short self-assessment on using basic features of Canvas that you would have come into contact by doing any of these classes. Now, in any given Canvas course, we might have a variety of different learners at different levels. So not repeating the same thing for certain individuals, but giving them new and innovative ways to use Canvas to ensure that they continue to grow both inside and outside of the classroom is really, really important. So before you can go ahead and create a mastery pathway, you're actually going to have to enable this first. And you're going to do that by going to Settings. You go to Feature Options, and then you come down here in Mastery Pathways, and you want to make sure that this is clicked on, and you see the green and then the check mark in the green. Now, once you do this for one course, doesn't mean that all the other courses will have this automatically turned on. You're going to have to go into each course and turn it on. Once you've done that, you can begin creating your mastery pathway by going here to Modules. Now, before you go into actually creating a mastery pathway, you want to make sure you've utilized all the other skills that you've learned along the way here in our Canvas tutorial. You're going to need to utilize your Google Drive skills, your Pages skills, your assignment skills, your module skills, because all of these things need to be done prior to the creation of a mastery pathway. Similar to modules, a mastery pathway is nothing without the content items that you are incorporating into it. So here I've created an already finished mastery pathway, which I'll show you in a minute. But how you would set this up into your classroom, you would first load the pre-assessment, and you would come here to the right of your screen, and you're going to click the three dots. In this drop-down menu, you're going to see Mastery Paths. You're going to click on Mastery Paths. Now, here's the screen for how you're going to do it. Each one of these dialog boxes, you are going to put you can use up to three mastery pathways, or you can keep it simple and keep it 2. But in these boxes, you want to put the minimum amount of points that a student must achieve on a test in order to go down this pathway. Once you have achieved that, you can actually add all of those different assignments or activities or content pages you've already created whatever pages that you think are going to be really important for that student to supplement their learning. And the way you're going to do this is you're going to come over here to the plus button, and it's going to show you everything that you've created so far. You can organize it by items, assignments, quizzes, discussions, pages, and other. And you're just going to click right in order for how you want people to go through each item. All right, so let's take a look at my already finished mastery pathway. So you all took a self-assessment at the very beginning of this unit. I'll go back here for a second. And that self-assessment sent you down a pathway. If you did really well, meaning you got 5 to 7 of those questions correct, I believe that you were already demonstrated the skills capable of using mastery pathways. If you got anything below a 5, I put you down a path where you would review and refresh some of the basics of Canvas. So here you can see that I added certain pages: Google Drive, pages, assignments, modules, and then I applied this final assignment. Once you went through each and every one of these, you were given the final assignment that you were to complete. If you achieved 5 points or better on that quiz, you were automatically pushed into this Mastery Pathways site. So you can see, you read this, you watch the video, and then you would apply. So Mastery Pathways is pretty easy to use, especially if you've gone through all of the beginning steps of making sure you have a good file structure, you have a strong mastery of how to use pages, you use assignments, and you use modules as an organizational tool. In the end, all you're doing is then taking those very same items you've already created and indicating which are the most important for learners of certain levels. So now that you have some of the basic details and you've seen how to set up Mastery Pathways, take a moment to read over all the directions that I've provided below and go ahead and start working on your final assignment.